friends. I am Gian, the founding pastor for Victory Church in Odessa, Texas. Welcome to our Bible study, lesson number 57, November 6th, 2018.
Yes.
This evening, my wife Tracy is going to read a long reading, and you will bear with us while we read the scripture. But also with us is Charlie Ray. How are you doing, Charlie?
Pretty good.
Excellent. How are you feeling, sweetheart?
Good.
Good. Ready to read?
Good. Oh, yes.
All right.
Listen up, and I won't take that long.
Get your Bible and read
Genesis
with
27, verse 1 through 28, verse 9.
And we read in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Isaac grew up, and his eyes became so weak that he could not see clearly. One day he called his older son Esau to him and said, "Son." Esau answered, "Here I am." Isaac said, "I am old, maybe I will die soon, so take your bow and arrows and go hunting. Kill an animal for me to eat. Prepare the food that I love, bring it to me, and I will eat it. Then I will bless you before I die." So Esau went hunting. Rebekah was listening when Isaac told this to his son Esau. Rebekah said to her son Jacob, "Listen, I heard your father talking to your brother Esau. Your father said, 'Kill an animal for me to eat. Prepare the food for me, and I will eat it. Then, with the Lord as my witness, I will bless you before I die.' So listen, son, and do what I tell you. Go out to our goats and bring me 2 young ones. I will prepare them the way your father loves them. Then you will carry the food to your father, and he will bless you before he dies." But Jacob told his mother Rebekah, "My brother Esau is a hairy man. I am not hairy like him. If my father touches me, he will know that I am not Esau. Then he will not bless me. He will curse me because I tried to trick him." So Rebekah said to him, "I will accept the blame if there is trouble. Do what I said. Go get the goats for me." So Jacob went out and got 2 goats and brought them to his mother. His mother cooked the goats in the special way that Isaac loved. Then Rebekah took the clothes that her older son Esau loved to wear. She put these clothes on the younger son Jacob. She took the skins of the goats and put them on Jacob's hands and on his neck. Then she got the food and she had cooked and gave it to Jacob. Jacob went to his father and said, "Father." His father answered, "Yes, son, who are you?" Jacob said to his father, "I am Esau, your first son. I have done what you told me. Now sit up and eat the meat from the animals that I hunted for you. Then you can bless me." But Isaac said to his son, "How have you hunted and killed the animals so quickly?" Jacob answered, "Because the Lord your God allowed me to find the animals quickly." Then Isaac said to Jacob, "Come near to me, so that I can feel you, my son. If I can feel you, I will know if you are really my son Esau." So Jacob went to Isaac, his father. Isaac felt him and said, "Your voice sounds like Jacob's voice, but your arms are hairy like the arms of Esau." Isaac did not know it was Jacob because his arms were hairy like Esau. So Isaac blessed Jacob. Isaac said, "Are you really my son Esau?" Jacob answered, "Yes, I am." Then Isaac said, "Bring me the food. I will eat it and bless you." So Jacob gave him the food, and he ate it. Then Jacob gave him some wine, and he drank it. Then Isaac said to him, "Son, come near and kiss me." So Jacob went to his father and kissed him. When Isaac smelled Esau's clothes, he blessed him and said, "My son smells like the fields the Lord has blessed. May God give you plenty of rain, good crops, and wine. May the nations serve you, and many people bow down to you. You will rule over your brothers. Your mother's sons will bow down to you and obey you. Whoever curses you will be cursed. Whoever blesses you will be blessed." Isaac finished blessing Jacob. Then, just as Jacob left his father, Isaac, Esau came in from hunting. Esau prepared the food in the special way his father loved. He brought it to his father and said, "Father, I am your son. Get up and eat the meat from the animals that I killed for you. Then you can bless me." But Isaac said to him, "Who are you?" He answered, "I am your son, your first son Esau." Then Isaac became so upset that he began to shake. He said, "Then who was it that cooked and brought me food before you came? I ate it all, and I blessed him." Now it is too late to take back my blessing." When Esau heard his father's words, he became very angry and bitter. He cried out and said to his father, "Then bless me also, father." Isaac said, "Your brother tricked me. He came and took your blessing." Esau said, "His name is Jacob. That is the right name for him. He has tricked me twice. He took away my rights as the firstborn son, and now he has taken away my blessing." Then Esau said, "Have you saved any blessing for me?" Isaac answered, "I have already given Jacob the power to rule over you, and I said all his brothers would be his servants. I have given him the blessing for much grain and wine. There is nothing left to give you, my son." But Esau continued to beg his father, "Do you have only one blessing, father? Bless me also, father." Esau began to cry. Then Isaac said to him, "You will not live on good land. You will not have much rain. You will have to fight to live, and you will be a slave to your brother. But when you fight to be free, you will break away from his control." After that, Esau hated Jacob because of this blessing. Esau said to himself, "My father will soon die, and after we are finished with that, I will kill Jacob." Rebekah heard about Esau's plan to kill Jacob. She sent for Jacob and said to him, "Listen, your brother Esau is planning to kill you. So, son, do what I say. My brother Laban is living in Haran. Go to him and hide. Stay with him for a short time until your brother stops being angry. When your brother forgets what you did to him, I will send a servant to bring you back. I don't want to lose both of my sons the same day." Then Rebekah said to Isaac, "Your son Esau married Hittite women. I am very upset about this, because they are not our people. I'll have nothing to live for if Jacob marries one of these women." Isaac called Jacob and blessed him. Then Isaac gave him a command and said, "You must not marry a Canaanite woman. So leave this place and go to Padan Aram. Go to the house of Bethuel, your mother's father. Laban, your mother's brother, lives there. Marry one of his daughters. I pray that God All-Powerful will bless you and give you many children. I pray that you will become the father of a great nation, and that God will bless you and your children the same way he blessed Abraham. And I pray that you will own the land where you live. This is the land God gave to Abraham." So Isaac sent Jacob to Rebekah's brother in Padan Aram. Jacob went to Laban, son of Bethuel the Aramean. Laban was the brother of Rebekah, the mother of Jacob and Esau. Esau learned that his father Isaac blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padan Aram to find a wife there. He also learned that Isaac commanded Jacob not to marry a Canaanite woman. Esau learned that Jacob obeyed his father and his mother and went to Padan Aram. Esau saw from this that his father did not want his sons to marry Canaanite women. Esau already had 2 wives, but he went to Abraham's son Ishmael and married another woman, Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael. Mahalath was Nebaioth's sister.
Well, it's a long reading. Thank you, sweetheart. Friends, we are going to study tonight a lesson. The title is Sweet Family. What a sweet family we have here. It's a very, very complex story. We are going to review some items, but more likely we will stay with this reading probably for a couple of more weeks, because it's just too much, so much to share. So tonight we are going to start this study, okay? Not that we are going to read the whole thing again every week, but...
Oh, thank you. I was wondering.
Right, no, we are not going to read the whole thing every week.
Parts.
But we are going to discuss what exactly was happening here. It is somehow sad to see that in some occasions like this, because of the inconvenience, which in this case was the 2 wives of Esau, that was the inconvenience. that created this animosity in the family. And Isaac was not able to do much about it.
Mm-mm.
Last week we talked about intercultural families. Do you remember?
Mhm.
We talked about it, and we know that it is complex when you have family members marrying people from other cultures, and then we have this blend families. It is complex, and some of the things that we discussed last week is that today we have to be very understanding of those situations because
Mhm.
it's just the way that the world
Mhm.
is, right? Interracial
Yeah.
marriages, intercultural marriages,
Like we are.
like in our case, and in some cases they belong to different religions. They have different
Yeah.
beliefs.
Right.
It is complex,
Very.
but we agree that the key is respect. Respect to everyone's views and everyone's beliefs. Basically, respecting others. Okay. Isaac saw this problem when Jacob married the first woman, right? He saw that problem. The question is how this happened, because the whole story between Isaac and Rebekah is the story of a father, Abraham, who sent his servant
Eliezer.
Eliezer to, to, to get a woman for Isaac precisely. This is the point.
From the same.
Precisely because the women in that area in Canaan, they were not the kind of people that Abraham wanted to have a daughter-in-law.
Right.
So Isaac knows
He
that.
wanted godly women.
Isaac knew it. Isaac had Rebekah. So Isaac could compare Rebekah with the other women in that area, and he knew it. You know, Rebekah
Mhm.
was a different kind of woman, and we studied about her characteristics. So the question here is, what really happened with Isaac and his sons? Why Isaac never stopped Esau of this attempt, and finally he got two wives from uh, that kind of people. Why Isaac didn't stop them?
Why he didn't stop Esau from marrying a Canaanite woman?
Exactly. Why he did
Well, it's
that?
kind of like when we talked last week. Your child comes to you, or not child, but yeah, your child comes to you and says, I'm going to marry this person, I would like your blessing, and you don't care for them. You can't do anything to stop them. You can't step in and say, no, you're not marrying them, because they're just going to get married anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau may not have even asked permission, but I mean, he knew his father wouldn't approve it and probably just married her anyway, with or without his permission. Or they may have talked about it, and Isaac said,
It's possible.
anything's possible.
It's possible. I just wonder if Isaac's leadership was not strong enough. I wonder about that. I wonder if he was not strong enough as a leader to define certain things in his family, saying,
As they were,
"Hey guys, Esau, Jacob's kids, come here. I want you to see this reality here.
yeah.
Women here are not the best women in the world. Look at your mother. Look how your mother behaves." It seems like he didn't push it. It seems like he didn't lead the kids in that direction necessarily. It seems like. But we know that Rebecca was close to Jacob.
Mhm. Because he worked in the kitchen or worked near her.
He was close to
He
her.
was, and Esau was out in the fields, and
Right.
so therefore he was close to his dad.
Mhm. So one thing that I want to bring to our attention is for us husbands, fathers, we are in a position of influence, and we need to use that influence, speaking those things that we need to say to our children, to those who are
And
around
not
us.
at the last minute.
Not at the last minute. I mean, we need to
Start
we need
early.
to talk about those things and share with them. We understand they are going to make their own decisions, but just because kids eventually make their own decisions, that doesn't mean that you are not going to speak. Because look at this. Um, you can think, well, my kids are going to do whatever they decide to do. I get that, but you don't apply that to everything, because you just force them to brush their teeth before they go to sleep or after
Yeah.
meals. You force them to clean up their rooms or take a shower to get clean, etc. So many good things you enforce in your home with your children. It's a proof that you can make an influence, you can direct them, and after years of kids brushing their teeth and getting a bath and keeping rooms clean, that creates habits and a way of thinking. So we parents, father or mother, regardless, but particularly a dad, it's our duty to keep to our kids about the principles, the values, and what we believe, and share with them. It seems here like Isaac didn't do much about it. He was kind of, okay, well,
Well,
whatever.
yeah.
Whatever happens, it seems like, I'm not sure, but it gives me that impression that he didn't uh, push it much
Yeah.
in Esau's life. And, well,
But you just don't know because we don't know about that story.
we know some, but not much, right? Okay. Now, here is the point in Isaac's life. He is old. It seems like he's semi-blind. He can't see well. And it's possible that he can see that his days are counted. It's possible that he was thinking, eventually I'm going to die and I got to do something here.
Yeah.
And in that moment he thought, well, I need to give the blessing to my kids. I need to bless my kid, the one that is going to be the new leader for the family, which in our days will be like preparing a will, right? Determining, who is going to be in charge of this, who is going to take control of that, in writing.
Yeah.
Something like that is what he was planning. But it is very interesting that what he says is, okay, I'm going to do that, but before I do that, I want to have a good meal.
Yeah.
He says, there is something. Hey, son, come here, boy. Come here. So Esau comes and says, hey, listen, I want you to go and get me that meal that I like very, very much. And, well, I just want to open a parenthesis here that we really need to appreciate what we have every day in our tables.
Yeah.
Even if it's a simple peanut butter sandwich or a fabulous steak or whatever you like to eat, lobster, shrimp,
Cereal.
salmon, or whatever you eat. It could be yeah, simple thing as a cup of cereal or whatever you eat, ice cream, pancakes, crepes, etc.
Stop it.
Okay, so I think it's a good thing that you see here the humanity in Isaac saying, I'm about to go, but before I go, I want a good meal. I want my favorite meal. Now, Rebecca was listening because Rebecca was aware, and that is normal in a family. The wife knows the husband and kind of reads the husband, what he wants, what is he thinking of, where is his mind, what is he is considering to do now. Rebecca kind of knew it, and she decided, he is calling Esau. I'm going to find out what's the story here, because I am mad at Esau. he married these two women that I don't like. And my concern, she says, is that this boy and his wives are going to take everything and I will have nothing. I am really concerned about it. And I am old.
Logical thinking.
And what I am going to live for? I mean, are they going to kick me out from my house and the properties? And what about the servants and everything else we have? So it's a natural concern, which brings me again to the point of what was happening with Isaac's leadership. And I go back to you, friends, listening and watching. I believe that men in these days, they need to be more careful. We men need to be more careful and prudent in what's going to happen to our wives, our kids, and everybody else the day that we leave this planet. We need to think about that, because it's somehow irresponsible just to not have any plans or not having a clear structured way of how the rest of the family is going to be taken care of the day that we leave. So there is so much to discuss, but we need to finish here for today. I promise you next week we will continue. This section has so much to discuss, but for today we are going to stop it here, and we appreciate your time. And remember, we have here in the screen the email address, the phone number, the website. Please feel free to reach out, send us your comments or your prayer request. We would love to be in touch with you, and we appreciate your likes and your shares of these posts. And we wish you a beautiful night. Since we are finishing here,
Yes.
I just want to thank you, Charlie, again for being with us, and thank you for reading, honey.
You're welcome.
That was great. And to you, remember, seek first the kingdom of the Lord, and everything else will be added to you. Have a beautiful night.
Bye.